Question number 42. Determine if the triangles below are similar. Justify or explain your answer with a detailed explanation using complete sentences. We'll take a look at our two triangles, triangle 1 and triangle 2. First of all, they haven't labeled the vertices. Let's go ahead and do that. A, B, C. Doesn't matter how I label these. I'll just label this as D, E, and F, as long as you use different letters so you don't get the vertices confused. Well, they haven't given us any information about the side lengths. All we have is angle measures. So we're going to have to compare angles and see if we can prove they're similar by angle-angle similarity. So my problem is I do see actually right now that we have one congruent angle, which is 48. So we've got one. Let's take a look at the measure of the third angle, because I know that 62 and 72 are not congruent. And even though some of you may know right off right now that we know that C and D are also not congruent, let's just verify that. So take 62 and add 48, and we end up with 110. Now we're going to subtract that from 180 to figure out what is the measure of angle C, and that is 70 degrees. So the measure of angle C is 70 degrees. Same thing for triangle number 2. Let's add up our known angles. 48 plus 72 is equal to 120. 180 minus 120 is equal to 60. So the measure of angle D is 60 degrees. So now we can see, class, we only have one congruent angle. Angle B doesn't match either of the other angles, D or F, and angle C doesn't match either of the other angles, D or F. So we don't have two pairs of angles that are congruent, and therefore we don't have similar triangles. So one of the ways you can explain this, I'll make this proof pretty simple. Okay, I'm going to put an angle. Actually, I've been using the measure of angle. Let's type the measure of angle A equals, let me open this box up a little bit more, equals the measure of angle E. However, the measure of angle B does not equal either angle D or angle F. And then I can just put my conclusion. There's my evidence. Here's my conclusion. Since only one angle pair is congruent, or I can put is the same, the triangles are not similar. So again, look at my proof, class. I have given evidence. The top here is my evidence where I found that one angle measure was congruent, but there were no other angle measures that were congruent. So based on that evidence, only one angle pair is the same, so the triangles are not similar. You can write this all kinds of different ways, just as long as you clearly give me evidence that shows either two angles or two angle pairs are congruent, or you can't find two angle pairs that are congruent. And from that evidence, you reach your conclusion. Are these triangles similar by the AA similarity postulate, or are they not similar?